Everyone. Welcome back to one more series on lean in RCM. So today we are going to see very important denial, okay, which we are going to discuss in detail. So we started this and then we started discussing on lean in RCM category, and we covered a lot of denial series here. And today's topic, what we are going to do here is denied for an authorization, right? So this is a very important denial. If you know majority of our AR, okay, we struggled with our authorization denial. So we are taking that as a priority here to going to discuss on. So we'll see that what else we can do to solve this particular problem. That's what we are going to see it today. See, if you take that authorization denial, right, it's a very important denial. That is mainly if any place of service is related to 23 or emergency, it does not need any authorization. Right. So we will consider that there is no authors required for a place of service. 23, and we are skipping it and sending this claim back for reprocess. And if it is not related to 23, place of service 23, then what we need to do is check the CPT code, whether it require authorization. And auth mainly it based on the payer combination. See, for example, if you take Medicare, Medicare does not need any authorization. So you cannot consider that this particular CPT code require authorization for Medicare. The similar way, each and every insurance have their own preference on getting that authorization. So you have to understand that, and you have to check that whether if a CPT does not need authorization, then we can move on. See, for example, it is need an authorization. You can move on and check in the box number 23 and loop segment in 2300 if it is electronic claim, and check in the edit screen in the PMS and auth table in appointment and verify the benefit in auth. Okay, everything you can verify. And if auth is valid, auth is available, you can send this claim back for reprocess. And if auth is not available, what do you need to do? You have to update the pre-auth team. See, some of the organization, you may have that authorization team with you. You can update here so that they will not miss this CPT code going forward. If it is with client, right, what we can do, we can send this detail to client and ask them to check that these particular codes need authorization. See, sometime what happened, the code does not need authorization, but the problem here is the claim is getting denied for auth. That is majorly depend on the provider credentialing. See, if the provider is a non-par with the insurance, then they may need auth for all the CPT codes. Right? In that scenario, check the provider not credential category. If that is a thing, then you have to update your prior authorization team to get auth for all the services that doctor is going to do. Right? That's the only thing. So if a provider is credential, you send this claim back for reprocess. If provider is not credential, update your pre-auth team. See, this denial seems to be very simple, right? If we are taking any of your outpatient visits or any general, it seems to be very simple denial. When it is coming to any of the surgery or radiology, or it is coming to any other specialty practices, okay, that will become a very big challenge for us. Authorization play a major role. See, we did a lot of work on this particular one, and we brought a lot of process implementation on this particular part. Right. So now we will see how we can do that in a lean way. Right. That's what we are discussing for quite a longer time. Right. What is the difference? What else lean can do? See, the same process. Okay. We are not going to touch anything here. The only thing is you have to improve your pre-auth team. Right. Everything is a front end. We cannot do anything in the back end. So what do you need to do? Check the pre-auth team production report and audit auth required category. See, for example, if the auth team says there is no auth is required, you audit 100%. All this claim you have to audit 100%. I'm going to the third point. See, sometime your auth team will say that patient has Medicare, right? When you check the eligibility, patient is not having a direct Medicare, but they will have a MCO. That will be a very big, huge clause in this authorization, right? The team is skipping saying that it's a Medicare, but the patient have a Medicare managed care. So this is a very big challenge here. And second one, all the high dollar drug or a high dollar CPT code, even the payer is saying update auth is not required. See, usually what will happen, we will take a call reference number, and based on that, we will send this claim back for reprocess. But the problem here is now no insurance is ready to accept your call reference number, right? That will become a very big headache. So what we used to follow here is whenever the high dollar drug, okay, we will send all the required documentation and we will get a correspondence from the insurance saying that this code for this particular patient does not need authorization. That proof is very, very helpful for us when you send an appeal, when the claim is getting denied for. Okay, so you start practicing it, which suits for you. Okay, that is the main thing you have to do. Okay, that will be very helpful. And coming to the fourth point, okay, create CPT code authorization directory and audit all those CPT code in the billing. Okay, for example, what I'm trying to say is take a charge entry report, filter by the CPT code which need authorization based on your historical denial trend, ask them to audit. Okay, even if you are able to stop your billing and then do this audit, 100% perfect. But most of the time, client will not allow you to do. But even you can check that, and wherever possible, you can go for a retro. This is very effective. Okay, this we used to do in our organization, and we are used to fix it. And if any auth miss out, see, for example, I'm checking the charge and there is an auth is getting missed out. So what I need to do, I'll immediately escalate to the auth team and then ask them to take it and then go for a retro auth scenarios. Okay, this is also a very effective one we used to do. I have two more scenarios here. Okay, this is we'll call it as a NARC workflow, no authorization workflow. The first thing what we used to do here is this is our strategy here. See, usual work order PA team, user decides auth is required or not required, and they will call the payer and move into no auth required status. This is what usually your PA team will also do, right? They will call and then they'll say that no auth is required and then their job is done. So we cannot blame them. That's what they tend to do, right? And what we used to do, we create a pre-auth directory, right? PA denial trend by CPT by payer. We try to create that dictionary directory and check the payer website and the PA requirement. And then we collect all the documents and create a pre-auth directory required to be the CPT by payer. So this is your work, right? As a AR, what do you need to do? Check authorization denial and start work on, okay, which CPT code need auth. Okay, this directory you have to create and give back to Auth team. Okay, what is the NAR workflow? EV tool, okay, will give alert to pre-auth requirement based on the directory. If you have a tool, okay, there is an automation tool. What you can do, you buy the CPT code, you can trigger auth is required here. Okay, if any user is saying that auth is not required for the CPT which is in the directory, then what do you need to do? It move to the supervisor for a review, right? As that's what I mentioned as whenever the people says no auth required, you put it under 100% audit so that this problem can be solved forever, right? And supervisor QA will review and then update. In the fourth one, okay, what is our current state? Where we can reach CPD by dollar value? All the high dollar codes will be applied for pre-auth, right? If pre-auth is not accepted, right, the pre-auth and required a predetermination, right? There is a two-way. One, I'll send all the documentation. Okay, if you don't want to give prior authorization, it's fine. There is a predetermination also there. You can do it, or at least they will send a correspondence, right? This is the one very effective work you can follow and you can see the results quickly. See, authorization, you can see very quickly results. If you fix your process, next day by charge entry, you will identify. So what we can do in the charge entry, this is what the next flow. What we used to do is we'll take the charge report by CPT code and we will categorize that into two, okay, auth not required cases and auth is required cases. So what we'll do, when we take that auth is not required, if any other pre-billing audit you have, complete it and refile the claim and it will end the process. Okay, auth is not required, very simple. When auth is required, what we are going to do, check whether auth or pre-D is available. Okay, predetermination is available. If auth is available, valid for the current visit, then we will bill. If not, okay, it will go to this particular flow to fix it. That's what we discussed, right? Update the client if any challenges. We'll start from here. Okay, move to PA team, ask them to get a retro auth and check the future appointment. Also, we'll go back and then fix it if you have a pre-authorization team. If not, Okay, check the reason, okay, and how this is missed by the PA user after notification of the EV tool or whatever the automation tool you have. Give a feedback, give a training to the team, and then fix it. Okay, this very effective one, and this what I have for this week. And if you see here in the entire denial, which will give immediate response is your auth, right? So I hope this will be useful. We'll connect on in one more denial topic by next.